Hey guys, and welcome back to the Captain Foley personal channel. It's time for an official announcement of something that was unofficially talked about for a while now, especially here. So let's get into it. The LEGO Enterprise D official announcement. So yeah, I woke up this morning to this official announcement, these reveals, all these images, and I'm like, but the live's later today. Apparently that live is a Q&A. So I was shocked. So I had to jump on this and talk about it. And it looks like there's a lot of YouTubers that already received their LEGO Enterprises and have assembled them, and there's videos about that, and I need to watch those later because I haven't had a chance yet. But let's look at some of the official images and see what we have going on. Here you can see it with the box as well as a nice display angle of the Enterprise, and I gotta say the high-res images really do it justice. It looks fantastic. It looks better than I anticipated from the low-res images, but you know, that's the way she goes. But yeah, you see everything that comes with the set here, the box, the Enterprise, the minifigs, the plaque, and the little separator piece as well, which is a nice touch. Got to have those separator pieces in there because Lego be Legoing. Here we got a shot of it from the top, and I got to say the top view is really impressive, and we didn't really get much of that in the leaked images we saw. So I kind of approve of this. This looks really good. You got the phaser strip there. I like the way they've done the integrated phaser strip. I think that looks really cool. The amount of studs I think is kind of perfect. They could have gone a lot smoother over the whole thing. I'm glad they didn't because it gives it that Lego feel. You can see some of the printed pieces there. NCC 1701D, USS Enterprise, so the registry. The number right behind the shuttle bay as well is printed. The Arboretum behind that. The Arboretum windows printed, possibly. It actually looks like it might be a sticker. And then we got the Delta and the banners on the nacelles there as well. So I don't know how many unique printed pieces there are for this. Not just printed pieces, just uniquely molded pieces. I think the front of the nacelles, the Bizarre Collectors, and the deflector would be unique to this. But anyway, continuing our look here, I like the way the secondary hull shape looks. The colors I think are fine. There's a lot of gold in there, which there is gold on the saucer, which is the, you know, for the transporter emitters and stuff like that. So it's interesting that's in there. I think there's a little too much over the course of this ship, but I can't complain if I'm honest. And you see, it looks like a little white thing behind the shuttle, or entering the shuttle bay there. That is in fact a little shuttle, but it's also an interesting piece that is involved in the saucer separation or reattachment, which we'll get to in a minute. Moving to the next image, this is a 3/4 view. You get to see the shot we've already seen, just in a much higher resolution, which is great to see, if I'm honest. There's some more printed pieces there, obviously, with the registry. You got the windows along the rim of the Enterprise saucer there, also printed pieces. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of this, the way the neck looks, especially the front of the neck, but you know, it's fine. You got the Captain's yacht in there. You've got, I mean, looking at those nacelles, they look fantastic. I'm really impressed with those. And it looks like, yeah, the Bizarre Collector pieces might be unique, as well as a few, maybe some of the other pieces. I'm not sure. I'm not big enough of a Lego connoisseur to know. But the deflector definitely looks like its own unique printed piece. And yeah, this actually looks pretty good from this angle as well. I'm just not the biggest fan of the neck personally. Here we got a nice image of it from the front, and I gotta say the front view looks fantastic. It looks really good. I really like that. The problems with the neck kind of go away for me here. I don't quite know how to explain it. The phaser strip along the top looks a little bumpy though. It looks like it doesn't quite seat down as properly as it could, but not a big deal. And actually moving back to that last image of the 3/4 underside, there is no phaser strip on the underside of the saucer, which a lot of people have kind of pointed out as being, you know, a bit of a problem, but who sees the bottom of it that much anyway, right? So this next image, we got the saucer separation mode going on. As you can see, that little shuttle piece that was behind the main bay there is in fact gone. Once you slot that saucer and you put that piece in, it's got a Technic piece on it that holds it in, I believe. I'm not quite sure how that works. It seems like a small piece to be able to be holding that much weight, but they must have worked it out. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. It is shown in the video how that works. Anyway, excited about that. Next shot is the removable main shuttle bay, which I didn't expect necessarily. You can see the one shuttle there, which is the Technic pin flying or hovering, and in the bay you've got another shuttle there as well, which is a nice little touch. So didn't expect that. As much as it would have been cool to get a bridge, at least we got that, right? Some various nice images of it being displayed with the figures in different environments. And yeah, there's another more detailed image of the shuttle bay coming off. You got one shuttle in the bay there, and then yeah, the floating or flying shuttle as well. Close up of the plaque. Galaxy class 1701D, launch date 40759.5, and Utopia Planitia Fleet Yards, Mars. I don't know if that shuttle, I'm going to this next image, I don't know if the shuttle is always there hovering behind the main shuttle bay, or if that's something you can take the shuttle off and still have the pin in there, and when you want to take the pin out, just attach the shuttle. That's one thing I'm unclear of, but in all of these images that I'm seeing, there is in fact just a floating shuttle there. So even on the back of the box, you've got, shows the saucer separation detail, it shows the main shuttle bay detachment, it shows the front view, the actual Enterprise, and then the minifigs and stuff there as well. Which, speaking of minifigs, they have blessed us with great detail on these. So let's look at these right away. We got Geordi there with his little engineering pad, Worf with the custom molded headpiece, which is awesome, and the cheese slope phaser, as they call it. I do like the detail on him as well with his sash. You got Counselor Troy with a with a pad, and I don't know, Jellicoe would be unhappy. She's not dressed, you know. He expects a certain formality when on the bridge, so he would not be happy with this minifig, I'm sure. But there you got Deanna Troi. You also got Data and Spot the cat. I can spot the cat, he's right there. And it's funny because a few months ago I actually did a custom little Data figure, as you can see here. So go check out that video if you want to see some other Star Trek Lego stuff. But there he is, looking very similar, although I couldn't get the right hairpiece. So they've got the right hairpiece here, and he looks very good in detail. Plus, the dual printed arms with the black wedges on them is very nice. Got Picard, who's probably the laziest and easiest figure for them to do because he doesn't have a hairpiece and he's just a standard bald man. And I noticed there's no pips on any of these. There's no pips, there's no collars, which, don't know how I feel about that necessarily. Could maybe painted the bottom of the headpiece. I don't know. But he comes with his teacup. You got Riker there with his trombone and the beard. Now I'm wondering if this is one of the dual-faced, you know how they have the face on the other side as well that gets covered by the hair. I wonder if there's another face on the other side that doesn't have the beard, so you can have season 1 Riker. I don't know. Moving on though, we got Guinan with her custom molded headpiece. Or hat piece, I guess, and holding a green bottle, a bottle of liquid that is green. It is green. Dr. Crusher, of course. Nothing super special about her, although the blue on her looks a little off. It looks a little lighter than it should, but that's okay. And she's holding a medical tricorder by the looks of things there. And of course, we've got a young Wesley in his very iconic sweater, rainbow sweater vibe, and holding his tractor beam emitter or repulsor beam that he had in the one episode, which is a nice, that actually kind of surprised me to see that because I didn't necessarily expect that. So, but let's move on to the shuttle. That is the gift with purchase, which here's the Type 15 shuttle pod. Here it is, the packaging for it. You see Ro in the seat there. This is Ensign Ro does come with this, and it is an exclusive gift with purchase. The interesting thing about this is it is minifig scale, a minifig scale shuttle. So they could go on to do a whole series of minifig scale shuttles, which would be awesome because there's so many great shuttles that would be larger kits as well that you could get minifigs with, as well as, you know, just have some play functionality or play features with your minifigs, because you don't have a bridge in the Enterprise, which would have been nice. So it would be nice if they would, you know, do something like that for these shuttles moving forward. And if this goes well and they do a lot more Star Wars stuff, sorry, Star Trek stuff, I'm going to get in trouble for that. Star Trek stuff. I'm just so used to saying Star Wars when it comes to Lego. But if they do more Star Trek stuff, there's so many opportunities to build things like phasers and tricorders and props, and, you know, and to have some minifig scale vehicles and such as well. So I'm really hoping that they do that. And the doors on this also open. There is the side doors that open, the back door that opens on the shuttle, and you got a little detailed cockpit in there with a LCARS display, which they say has a Romulan ship on the display, which is interesting. So that's cool. And yeah, I can't wait to see a lot of LCARS display pieces from Lego moving forward after all this. So there you have it, guys. The official announcement reveal of the Lego Enterprise D, which is coming out on Black Friday for $400 US. Will you be getting it? Will you be getting the gift with purchase? Let me know, because I'm interested. I would love to get one. I need to see what I can do about that and possibly review it for you guys. It is a large set though, and it's got a big footprint. And unfortunately, I've got a lot of 350 scale Enterprises, which take up a lot of my real estate in the house. So I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be getting this one, but let me know in the comments if you want me to get it, if you want me to review it, if that's something you think would be interesting. I want to hear from you guys. So I'll look like this poor gentleman who's putting this together on his table. It's quite substantial size-wise as well, which is a problem. Like I said, it's the footprint, right? Yeah, I would love to have this and display this for sure. And there is a video as well of the ship, you know, him assembling it. And I gotta say, the size is quite impressive. Him putting the saucer on there and inserting that piece. And then the stand, which looks quite sturdy the way it sits in there. So yeah, I'm excited for this. I hope that you guys are as well. Let me know in the comment section, like I said, what you guys think. And if you'd like me to review it, if I get the opportunity, let me know. I'm interested. So anyways, that's about it for me for now. So thank you guys for watching and following along with me on this journey. If you haven't seen my first reveal of this from like September, go back and check out that video. Plus earlier this week, I also did another video because there was a leak from South Korea of some of the images and stuff. So check that out as well if you want to. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and also make sure you check out Trekyards, where we talk about this kind of stuff and Star Trek stuff all the time over there. Please go check that out, and check out another video by me as well. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley, signing off. Bye.